I don't remember leaving the ship. Suddenly, I was back in the woods at sunrise, clothes torn, body aching. The spot behind my ear throbbed, a constant alien ache. I stumbled home. My parents were frantic, the doctors baffled. Scans revealed a small, unidentifiable object behind my ear, metal they'd never seen, too dangerous to remove. Life went on, but I was changed. A thin white scar on my arm, a constant vibration behind my ear. At night, I feel it, a leash, a connection. Nightmares haunt me, the figures, the cold room, the black eyes. The fear never leaves. Sometimes, in the woods, I sense them watching. I look at the stars and wonder which one is theirs. The object is their beacon. They know where I am. My story isn't over. They put things in my head. One day I know they'll return, and I'll be waiting. The needle touched my temple, no pain. Just a flood of alien images and sensations. Stars, galaxies, memories, not my own. My mind stretched to breaking, invaded and cataloged. The needle withdrew, leaving confusion and a pounding headache. Another device scanned my body, projecting my insides onto a floating screen. They mapped me piece by piece. Then came the pain. Red beams made small incisions, collecting samples. Tears streamed down my face. I was nothing but a lab rat. The worst was a tiny metallic sphere implanted behind my ear. The wound sealed instantly, but I felt the foreign object inside me. I was marked, tagged. I would never be free of them. Their mark was permanent. Lights flickered on, revealing a circular, windowless room of dark metal. I lay on a cold slab, held down by glowing bands of light. The three figures were gone, replaced by shorter beings with large, black eyes. They moved silently, working with strange instruments and glowing panels. No words, just the hum of machines. I was a specimen, powerless and exposed. One approached, holding a needle of green light. Its eyes showed only cold curiosity. The needle neared my head. I squeezed my eyes shut, bracing for pain. I was utterly alone, millions of miles, or just feet, from home. It didn't matter. I was at their mercy. The figures surrounded me, radiating cold energy. My vision blurred as I looked up. Clouds parted, revealing a massive silent disk descending. Lights pulsed on its underside, blue and green waves alive with motion. A deep hum filled the air, vibrating in my chest. A wide beam of white light engulfed us, lifting me and the figures skyward. The forest shrank below, the world slipping away. Panic seized me, but I was weightless, helpless. The ship's surface was seamless, obsidian black. We entered a circle of blinding light. The air turned cold and metallic, the hum now inside my head. I was inside the ship. The light faded, replaced by a suffocating darkness. The darkness of a tomb. The light softened, illuminating the woods in an eerie glow. Silence returned, heavy and unnatural. I sensed I wasn't alone. Three figures floated from the trees, tall, thin, draped in darkness, faceless. They hovered above the ground, arms dangling, hands with too many fingers. They stopped at the creek's edge, watching me with unreadable intent. I was frozen, unable to move or scream. One raised a twig-like finger, pointing at me. A buzzing filled my head, dizzying and paralyzing. My legs locked in the icy water. The figures glided across the creek, silent and unstoppable. I could only watch as they closed in. My mind screamed, but my body wouldn't obey. They were coming for me, and there was nothing I could do. My heart pounded as I splashed through the creek, desperate for escape. The light hovered at the bank, its beam unwavering. I tried to hide, but the light found me, pinning me in place. The woods were a maze, but every path led back to that relentless glow. I risked a glance back. The source was hidden, but the light grew brighter, the hum louder. I fell, face in the dirt, breath knocked out. For a moment, I gave up, waiting for the end. But nothing happened. The light just watched, patient and silent. It was studying me, not just chasing. Anger flared. I forced myself up, searching for any escape. The creek was my only hope. I waded deeper, the cold numbing my legs. The light refused to follow, but it didn't need to. I was trapped, exposed, and utterly alone. The humming grew louder, vibrating through my bones. The chase was over. I woke up suddenly, head throbbing, the cold ground pressing into my back. Pine needles pricked my skin. I had no idea how I got here. The last thing I remembered was walking home through the woods, a shortcut I'd taken 100 times. Now, darkness pressed in from all sides. The moon was gone, the trees looming. Silence, not even a cricket. Then, a light appeared, bluish white, steady, not a flashlight. It glided through the trees, coming closer, searching. The beam locked onto me, blinding and unnatural, humming with energy. Terror rooted me in place. I had to run. I scrambled up, legs shaking, and bolted through the woods. The light followed, always right behind me, humming louder. Branches whipped my face, my lungs burned, but I couldn't stop. The light painted a target on my back, the hum promising pain. I ran until I hit a creek, water freezing around my legs. The light stopped at the edge, illuminating me perfectly. I was trapped, the humming now deafening. The forest I knew had become a prison, and I was the only prisoner.